Greetings, 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 greetings. Man, I'm not even sure what's going on. Honestly, I don't know what's going on, so I'm gonna have to wow, this is crazy, man. This is crazy. Hmm. All right, guys, let's see if we figure this out here because something strange is really going something really, really, really strange is going on. And hmm, I guess we'll talk about that. Um okay. I really don't know if well, I'm assuming that you guys are seeing me, and I'm assuming that you're hearing me, but this is not the regular what you call it hangouts. For some reason, YouTube is telling me that my hangouts is not active, so they have disabled my hangouts. Hi, that's very ironic. That's strange. Hmm, that's a little strange. But that's a little strange. Okay, so you guys could hear me, you guys could see me. That's a little strange. All right, cool. Wow. So what I had to do was I literally had to do something else and do another kind of live. So I'm not using Google Hangouts. Apparently, I was gonna share some information with you guys, but I can't share my screen because I'm not doing Google Hangouts. So whatever YouTube is doing to prevent me from being able to you know, share my screen or do the normal live, then it is what it is. For some reason, I guess I must be dropping too much of that. I must be dropping too much of that truth. That's the problem, huh? But anyway, the eagle is gonna keep flying. All right. So, all right, cool, cool, cool. So you guys gonna have to help me out here a little bit. You feel me? And I got you. Okay, good, good, good. So this is what I'm gonna do today. I was going to talk about a few things and share some information with you guys. And I really wanted to share my screen, but like I said, I can't. So I guess I'm just going to have to talk about it. Um, geez. But in the description below, I posted some of that information. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my laptop. All right, I'm going to get my laptop and just give me 1 second, right? Get my laptop and see how if I could some way show you the images that I wanted to share with you guys because I really, really wanted to share this. All right, so bear with me here, guys. Let me get my what you call it. Let me get my laptop. Okay. All right, cool. I'm in shorts, so don't mind me. All right. Man, wow, this is crazy, man. They really censoring my stuff for real. I don't I don't get it, man. YouTube, whatever, I didn't do anything to y'all, man. Like, what's up? This is not right, man. This is not right. But anyway, let me see if I could share my screen, and we still gonna get into it, okay? We're still gonna get into it. So I'm gonna share some stuff from my Facebook. As we could see, the first title I had was actually reclaiming the throne. And today I want to talk to you guys about what's really going on, man. I mean, we've been talking about that for a minute, and to me personally, I just think we have to start doing some things. Whether we start calling people out, all right, letting them prove who they are, because everybody's always putting us, not trying, they're always putting us in a box, all right. and they always identifying us as who they want us to be. But we never question anybody's nationality, right? Whenever they say that's who they are, we never question it. We just go along with it. But I think it's time we start holding a lot of these people accountable. Okay. And that is just my opinion. You feel me? Someone James Charles post some information on Facebook. Okay, and it's a little bit bothersome because we as a people, we sit back, and not all of us, but for the most part, the masses just sit back and allow people to just do what they feel as they please. And I'm thinking in my own mind, this has to stop. Okay. So first off, I just want to again thank you guys for tuning in. And I know I'm looking at you guys, okay, your chat on my cell phone here, because like I said, I can't do it on my computer because YouTube is preventing me from they're not allowing me to enable the Google Hangouts on my computer. So I'm looking at the chat while I'm streaming in some other way. But let me just share this with you guys real quick. While I pull this up, I want to take the time out to, give thanks to the Great Spirit, Mother God, for allowing us to commune and gather here this evening, giving thanks to our ancestors, just letting them know, man, we haven't forgotten them. All right. And we're going to keep on pushing. We're going to keep on fighting to restore his throne. You feel me? So before I even, well, you know what? I'm going to just show you guys, right? So for the most part, you guys have seen and heard the video I did when I called, the Cherokee Nation. And of course, I mean, the fraud was pointed out in his own words. He admitted to the fraud, okay, that they have done, and other people like them, they have done and they're still doing. All right. But I personally think that it's time that we, as the original people of this land, we should definitely start calling these people out. You know what I mean? And we have to put them on the spot because we have to bring some light, okay, as to what's going on. Or to me, that's the only way it's going to happen. You feel me? All right. So I need to send you a link. How do I do? It's about, 83 Aborigine. My email is in the link below. So below the video. So you could always send me whatever information you have, to my email. All right. And see you and much love to each and every one of you. All right. So this is what we're going to do. So I saw this post on Facebook and I took the pictures, right? And this is what has happened throughout, I would say, to at least the late 1800s, the late 1700s, more so, not even 1700s, the early 1800s, all the way up into the 90s to this current time. A transition has taken place, all right, a shift as to how we were replaced, all right, the genocide that was taking place. And these people, once again, they have orchestrated this so well. It was well thought out. It was well planned. It wasn't something that just happened overnight, okay? The $5 Indians just didn't come and say, hey, you know what? Let's take their place, or the Mongolians or the Siberians. No, it just didn't happen that way. It was planned thousands of years ahead, okay? Just so you know. So this people right here, okay, I'm not sure if you guys are able to see this, but I'm going to try to see if I can bring it to, the screen as much as I can, right? These people claim to be the Chickasaw. Now, we have seen the game and the fraud that the Cherokee Nation, all right, it has done and has taken part in the genocide of our people. But now you have the Cherokee. I mean, not the Cherokee, the Chickasaw, all right? So we're going to touch a little on that today. We're going to expose the fraud, all right? We're going to expose it because that's what we have to do. We have to expose these people. All right. We have to expose them. All right. Let me see if I can, just bring this picture up a little bit so we could see it. Okay. Here we go. All right. Now, this is the Chickasaw Nation. And look at these people here. All right. Take a look at these people. We have to start calling these people out. You feel me? Because the injustice that's being done to our people, man, We have to question these things. We have to question it, all right? Because how is it okay for them to put us in a box, but we are not questioning, all right, their authenticity? Because they are not, all right? They are not. So let me just bring this up a little bit and show you. It says, reactive workshop, 2 classes. They teaching Chickasaw adults and students. And look at these people. Those are Europeans, okay? Look at these people. But those are the people that are claiming to be the Chickasaw. Huh? And we know very well, when I was in, where was that? Then where did I go? I think it was in Illinois, when I went to the DeSoto, playground, whatever, but the Chickasaw Heritage Landmark. When I read the capstone, okay, the monument, when I read the inscriptions on there, it said what? It clearly said the Aboriginals. So who are these people if they're not the Aboriginals? Who are they? You see, we have to start calling these people out and questioning them. All right, we have to. Now let us go a little bit. Look, I mean, come on, man. Look, take a look. Why aren't we questioning these people? They have a right to question us, put us in a box, tell us we're not from here. But who are you? Where did you come from? Because you haven't always been here. You feel me? Now, I have substantial proof that my people was here, but your entire history is a lie. Okay? It was made up. So we have to start holding them accountable. Let me show you some more images. Okay? This has to stop, man. It has to stop. Let me show you some more images. That was one. Okay? It got to stop. And we're the only ones that have to make it stop. Okay? Like I told y'all before, if we don't step up, nobody's going to step up for us. Okay? Look. All right? I'm going to read this. At the Chickasaw Nation Champions Football Clinic, a team of veteran coaches and players teach students fundamental football skills and provide testing and evaluation for the 40-yard dash, pro agility, vertical and broad jumps. Learn more at the Chickasaw.net youth camps. Now look at these children, okay, that claim to be the Chickasaw children. I guess I'm dropping too much truth, so they don't want me to do live no more, huh? So they prevent me from doing Google Hangouts. Look, check this out. Okay, check it out. I'm not making this up. Why do you think our children don't have the opportunity that these people have? Because they have taken our place. Okay? They have taken our place, family. We have to call them out. Let's call them out. Okay? Let's call them out. Let me show y'all some more images. I'm gonna keep going in. Okay? I'm gonna keep going in. Now, they're quick to put us in a box and say we came on slave ships, right? Well, guess what? We have enough evidence to prove that ain't true. And we have enough evidence to prove we have been here. But nobody's questioning where these people came from. We're just accepting it, all right? Because they have set up a program in place, the pre-programming, okay, with social media, TV, and the news media, newspapers and everything to give us a perception of what an American Indian is supposed to look like. So even amongst our people, when you hear they say, well, my grandmother, if you see her, or my great-grandmother, if you see my great-grandmother, she really looked like I could tell she was a real Indian. And then when I asked them, well, when you say real Indian, what do you mean? Oh, well, she had the long hair down to her back and she had the straight nose and all that. No, man. Okay, that is not a depiction of, that wasn't just what all the Indians look like. You feel me? And that's what our people were taught. That's what they were taught. So when they look at themselves and they see, well, okay, they're a little dark skinned. You feel me? They have a little brown complexion. Then their nose aren't so straight. they don't have the high cheekbones like what they are teaching us in the media, then they say, well, you know what? My great-grandmother was full-blooded, but all of a sudden I have a little bit of Indian in me. You know what I mean? So therefore, my great-grandmother was full-blooded. My grandmother got a little bit of her, even if my great-grandmother was full-blooded. But for some reason, some of the blood just kind of like, escaped my grandmother. And she got a little bit of my great-grandmother, right? And then when it came to my mother, she even lost some more. And then when it comes to me now, literally, man, I don't know where I'm at, but I'll tell you, I do have a little bit because my great-grandmother was full-blooded. Now, family, does that even make sense? You see, that is the game, the mental game that's being played with our people. It's like me saying this, right? Now, you said it keep freezing, right? Yeah, I know. It's all, hey, like I said, man, when we don't have our own platforms, that's what we got to deal with. You feel me? So YouTube is in charge right now. Can you guys hear me? I need to know if you guys hear me, please. Can you hear me? Even if it's freezing a little bit, but can you hear me though? Can y'all hear me? I just need to know. Because even if the screen is freezing a little bit, then that's fine. Okay, yes, y'all can hear me. Perfect. All right, so it's all good. Even if, the screen freezes a little bit, it's fine. Okay, so look at another picture here. Okay, look at this picture. These people claim to be the aborigines. They claim to be the Chickasaw Nation. All right? Why aren't we questioning these things? Why aren't we spending more time putting in these claims for them to prove that they have been here? Let's start exposing these frauds. That's what we got to do. Okay? Because apparently they don't want to work with us as the original people. You know what I mean? They're not giving us no respect. They're not even allowing us to step into the door. So now we got to start holding them accountable. You feel me? It says what? The Chickasaw Nation. John Stewart is a World War veteran who served bravely abroad or aboard B-24 bombers in Italy. Mr. Stewart's sons, Frank, Amy, and Jerome Navy, continued his legacy of service. Well, great for you. You fought in the Navy. Hey, it is what it is. But my thing is, you are in place usurping my culture, my identity. Well, not necessarily my culture, because a lot of it is not ours anyway. All right. They brought that from wherever they came from, because it's the same parallel with Mongolians and all those people. It's the same culture. So it was mixed in with what we already had. When you go look at the crib dance, when you look at what they do these days in their powwow, it literally looked like the crib dance. And people call it the crib dance and the blood of the Crips and Bloods. No, man, that's American Aboriginal dances we have had for thousands and thousands of years. But you see, it's in these young bucks, and they calling it crib dance because they don't know what it is. They don't know who they are. You feel me? So I have to expose these people, man. I have to expose them. Let's continue again. Let me see what we have here. All right. Let's start exposing them. We got to hold y'all accountable, fam. Because my thing is this, right? Granted, there was a time in our history where they may have been they may have been going through some persecution. I don't know. They may have been looking for a better life, and you saw an opportunity. You took it. I'm not mad at you for that. But why do you continue to perpetuate the lie? Especially when the people, the rightful people, are stepping up. Why don't you open up the doors and allow them to come and get a piece of what's theirs? Why? So now I'm going to expose y'all lie, man. I'm going to keep exposing it. And all these institutions, they're just organizations that was put in place to usurp our identity, period. Okay? The tribal office, that's the tribal office, and that's a bunch of them right here. Okay? Look at these people, man. Come on. Take a look for yourself. Take a look for yourself. No, I didn't see when Elizabeth Warren apologized, but if she did, great. because we exposing the lie, man. We exposing all of it. All right, we're gonna expose all of it, and after we expose it, like I said, we got to start making some moves. You feel me? Because we have to start putting in some claims on these people, man. Nah, these people help in the genocide of our ancestors. Okay, these people help enslaved our ancestors. They played a part in that. You feel me? Talking about, oh, when we own slaves. Nah, you help these colonizers fight our people and took what belonged to us. Don't think you're gonna escape karma. I'm not gonna forgive and forget. All right? I don't know where y'all got that from. I ain't doing that. I'm gonna make sure my ancestors, hold y'all accountable. Look, one of the main chiefs or one of the governing bodies of the Chickasaw. Come on, man. Stop. Please stop it. Stop it. And I'm exposing it. I'm exposing all that intentionally. Let them come. Because just a few days ago, I got an email, okay? And well, not an email, a Facebook message from one of these amalgamated, so-called Indians. Oh, well, hey, Kalinago, I heard about you, through the grapevines, and I just want to know. I have a couple of questions for you. Where did you get the name Flying Eagle from? What makes you Cherokee and all this and all that. Inquiring minds wants to know. Man, I respond. I say, first of all, what does me being called flying? What does Flying Eagle got to do with you? Why does it matter to you? And who made me chief? Why does that all that matter to you? You know what I'm saying? Why does it matter to you? And then he sent me some other inbox, message about some post a $5 Indian did. Well, we should make it unlawful for people who are not natives to wear, feathers and, a native regalia. These people are overdoing it, man. They're overdoing it. They're too bold. You know what I mean? And you know why I'm not mad at them? It's because we are not stepping up. Okay? Let me see. Time for me to pay my bill. Can't hear, right? Okay, let me see. I stay now. I'm going to get the facts. And so we're gonna point all this out. We're gonna point it out. They have some explaining to do. That's what it is. Okay. So once again, I hit them with the same thing again. First of all, you're a $5 Indian. And I ask him, well, do you know that all the people, for the most part, okay, in the American continent were of a dark-skinned hue? The copper-toned people, all right, the dark-skinned people. He hit me back. Well, they were bronze, not black. You see, and that's why I keep telling y'all, stop calling yourselves black, because they keep playing this game, this semantics, the same thing that the Cherokee Nation was doing, okay? They have a script that they put together. Let's not call them brown, let's call them black. You feel me? So we'll always, because they identify, you see, y'all have to take responsibility for some of that. And that's the problem. That's the problem. Okay? Look. All right? That's the Chickasaw Nation. These people here. Okay? So they're talking about, oh, bronze. Well, because you know what? Copper looked too much like us. So now they start using bronze, which kind of like almost resemble those that have a little of us in them. Don't let them play these games with you. Okay? Don't let them play these games with you. That they got the wrong one. Nah, because I don't play that. All right? I don't play that. I'm exposing it. Like I said, and let them come. Let them come question me. All right? And they're going to have to prove it to me. Like I said, I could prove who I am, but nobody's asking them to prove who they are. That's the problem. Because they have accepted the narrative that that's what Indians look like. You feel me? That's what they look like. Go ahead. Look at these people here. To them, this whole thing is a costume, okay? They call it costumes. That's what they do. All right? Check it out. Costumes. You feel me? They all playing dress up. That's what it is. Come on, man. Stop it. Look at these people. Let me just blow this up a little more. You know what I'm saying? Come on. Let's stop this. Look. Come on, look. Come on, look. Pay attention to this. Look at the picture of these three people right here. Huh? Look. None. I got a problem with that. And that's the Chickasaw Nation. Okay? I got a problem with it. And I'm gonna keep exposing it. I'm gonna keep exposing it. It's time for us to regain the throne. All right? We are our biggest enemy. You feel me? Because we allow them to put us in a box. Look. Come on. Just like how putting on a dashiki doesn't make you an African, wearing our clothing doesn't make you American Indian. Okay? Nah, man. Time to call them out. You see what I'm saying? Well, I wish everybody knew it. Apparently, a lot of old people don't know it. That's the problem. Okay? Come on. All American. Look, you're not all American. You're all United States citizens. All right? We are the true Americans. All right? We have to start calling them out. Okay? Let's start calling them out. You feel me? Nah, man, enough is enough. I'm tired. All right? And let me tell y'all something, man. We are going through a lot of what we are going through because we have forgotten our ancestors. So because they have forgotten, we have forgotten them, they have forgotten us because we have to evoke their spirits. But we don't do that no more. If you go look at the etymology and somebody posts on one of my thread, well, brother, I love your channel, I love what you're saying, but it seemed like you were lost talking about God. What you been talking about God? When I speak of God, I don't speak about the colonizer's God, fam. Okay? I speak of me being a God, a deity. And I know exactly what I mean. Because when you go look at the etymology of God, all it means is to evoke. So I'm evoking the spirits of my ancestors in me. That's what it means to be God. You feel me? So, like I said, man, I ain't got time with people who just want to come and criticize, man. You know? Let me close this out and go into another. I want to show y'all something again. All right? We got to keep exposing that. We got to. Because if we don't, they're going to continue to live the lie they have been perpetuating for years. All right? They altered history. Okay? Not just the oral history, but in textbooks. Family, this was planned. Okay? This was planned. And you have to realize that. Okay? You have to realize it. It was a plot, a takeover. All right? Now let us go. Okay, you know what? I already have that right here. So let me just open it from here and let me show y'all. And I have all that in the link below. So, y'all could read it for yourselves. But I'm going to read a little bit from that. Let me see where we at. I'm going to read a little bit of that. Okay. Give me a second here. If you guys could open it up in the link, that's fine. If not, then you could, like I said, you could always do it later. You feel me? You could always do it later. But this was a story in the Los Angeles Times. All right. All right. Once it focus. All right. So whether you could see it or not, I'm not sure. But like I said, what I'm going to do is I'm going to it's going to be in the link below so you could read the story for yourself. All right. So I'm going to read. Okay. It says, claiming to be Cherokee, contractors with white ancestry got 300 million. Now, I'm not putting all that up. I want them to give me anything. No. Because you see, once you start asking them for money, then there's an obligation. Okay? There's an obligation. Anytime anybody give you anything, there has to be a consideration. So I don't want nothing from them. I don't want their money. That. All I want is just our land and our respect. Give it back to us. You feel me? Now, if you're going to give me some fiat currency, make sure in that contract, there is no hidden agenda. That's why we have to scrutinize that very well. Okay? But I'm not asking you for no bread. Period. All right. Now, I'm going to read a little bit of this. That's in the link below. Okay? Here we are. Reporting from St. Louis 2 years ago, and that came out in June 26, 2019, just so you know. But it says 2 years ago, when the mayor's office in St. Louis announced a $311,000 contract to tear down an old Shaw factory, it made a point of identifying the demolition company as minority owned. That was welcome news. The Missouri city was still grappling with the racial tensions from the 2014 fatal police shooting of Michael Brown, a black 18-year-old in nearby Ferguson. After angry protest, elected officials had pledged to set aside more government work for minority-owned firms. There was Bill Buell, and that's Bill B-I-L-L. Buell is B-U-E-L-L. The owner of Premier Demolition Inc. has no variable claim to being a member of a minority group. His ancestors are identified as white in census and other government records, and his claim to being a Native American rests on his membership in a self-described Cherokee group that is not recognized as a legitimate tribe. So that's what these people do. And even the ones who are so-called legitimized by federal recognition, a lot of them are frauds as well anyway, because we proved that with what? The call from the Cherokee Nation. It's an organization that is not based on blood quantum, but strictly from an organizational standpoint, membership, okay? But anyway, this is Bill Buell is the owner and Premier Demolition Inc. Let me show you what Bill Buell looks like, okay? This is him right here. Take a look at him, all right? And that was in, like I said, I think the Los Angeles Times, all right? It says, the case highlights a major failure in the nation's efforts to help disadvantaged Americans by steering municipal, state, and federal contracts to qualified minority-owned companies. In many instances, government agencies have not vetted those companies to protect the interests of taxpayers and legitimate minority contractors. Since 2000, the federal government and authorities in 18 states, including California, have awarded more than $300 million under minority contracting programs to companies whose owners made an unsubstantiated claims of being Native American, a Los Angeles Times investigation found. So these people are claiming to be Native Americans, all right, and getting all these grants and getting all these benefits and all this fiat currency, all right, just because our people aren't stepping up. And even if we are stepping up, they still find loopholes to prevent us from stepping into our rightful place. Okay? That's a problem. Let me proceed. The minority-owned certifications and contract work were issued in every West Coast state, New Mexico and Idaho, Texas, and 4 southern states, several states in the Midwest, and as far as east as Pennsylvania, the Times found. In applying for the minority programs, 12 out of 14 business owners involved claim membership in one of the 3 self-described Cherokee groups, according to government records and interviews. All right, 12 out of the 14 claimed to be Native Americans of Cherokees. You know why they picked Cherokee? Because Cherokee was one of the biggest nations. All right, so anytime you hear Cherokee, even with our people don't realize there were thousands of tribes. But when you ask them, a lot of them don't do research. Oh, well, my grandmother said we had Cherokee. How do you know? Have you done extensive research? Family, we got to do better than this, man. So the majority of them just claim to be Cherokee. So they create all these organizations to get Native American benefits. But let's just forget the real American Indians. Let's forget the Aboriginals. You know why? Because let's put them in a box where they could identify as Black and African American, so now they could take themselves out of the picture. We ain't got nobody to blame but ourselves, because they give you the box, and what do? You check it, right? And you fight to be Black, you fight to be African American, so you're fighting for your own demise. It's called self-destruction. A lot of our people aren't heading for it no more. They have actually arrived. Okay? Anyway, let's continue. The 3 groups are the Northern Cherokee Nation. The Northern Cherokee Nation, based in Clinton, Missouri, and the Northern Cherokee Nation of Old Louisiana Territory based in Columbia, Missouri. All right, recognized Cherokee tribes. There are only 3 federally recognized Cherokee tribes, but members of unrecognized groups have received contracts set aside for minorities. Now, isn't that something? Hmm? The federally recognized tribes, right? There is, it says there are 3, only 3, but yet still unrecognized tribes who just claim to be Cherokee. They're getting over $300 million. Hmm? But here we are, the original people, the real Indians, we cannot get a dime. Hmm? Because too many of us are divided. You see, these people came with a plan. They're unified. You feel me? So if there's a spot, why not take it? Because it's vacant, right? It's abandoned. The estate is abandoned. So let's step in and put a claim. And that's what they have done. So now I'm challenging all that. I'm questioning all that by pointing out the fraud that's taking place. All right? Let's continue. Federally recognized Cherokee tribes, Eastern Band Cherokee Indians, United Kiowa Band of Cherokee Indians in Oklahoma, which is also still an organization which is fraudulent, because those, I think, were the same people I got on the call with in Oklahoma. So we know that's a fraud too, all right? But yet still they're federally recognized, all right? Members of the unrecognized self-described Cherokee groups that have received contracts for minorities, Northern Cherokee Nation of Old Louisiana, 269.2 million in government contracts. And the government is not vetting these people, but they're getting almost $300 million in government contracts. All right? But yet still we are being shot in the streets, right? We are being, their jails are being filled with American aborigines. Hmm? Northern Cherokee Nation, 31.5 million in government contracts. Western Cherokee Nations of Arkansas and Missouri, 3.1 million in government contracts. The applications for other 2 out of the 14 owners were not available. Their businesses were identified as Native American owned in a small business administration database and in federal contracting records. For each of the 14 companies, 1 or more census, birth, marriage, or other government records identify the owner's ancestors as white. So even in the census, all right, the marriage certificates and government records, the owners was identified as being white, but yet still they are getting benefits as natives, $5 Indians. So my brothers and sisters, if y'all cannot see the fraud that's being pointed out, and I'm showing y'all the proof, these things are happening because the majority of us are not stepping up. And for those of us that are stepping up, they still go among us who are just about self. They're not about the whole. They just care about themselves. I'm just saying. All right? I'm going to read that again. For each of the 14 companies, 1 or more census, birth, marriage, or other government records identify the owner's ancestors as what? Being white. So if your ancestors were considered to be white, then how is that you claiming to be Native American and getting over $300 million? How does the government allow that to happen? You know why? Because they don't want the Aborigines to come up. They don't want us to come up. They don't want us to give us equal opportunities, because they know by nature who we are and what we are capable of. In other words, they know if they give us an inch, we're going to take a yard, because by nature, that's who we are. We are people that are very resilient. They know this. So they don't want us to step our foot into the door, brothers and sisters. You feel me? But if people are preventing you from eating, if people are preventing you from living life, like I said, in nature, all right, one of the natural laws of nature is self-preservation. If you're trying to starve me, I'm going to find a way to make myself eat. And we have to get that mindset. All right? That's the mindset that we got to get. Now, instead of trying to take from our brothers and sisters, let us take what belongs to us. It's ours. All right? So let's call them out. It says, in response to the questions from the Times, the governing body that oversees minority contracting certifications for St. Louis, held a hearing on June 6 and moved to strip 5 contractors, including Buell's Demolition Company, of their minority status. So they're claiming to be minorities to get the bread. Okay. Matt Guillot, an attorney who represents 4 of the 5 companies, including Buell's, argued that the city rule defining a Native American as a member of a federally recognized tribe was unconstitutional. So you see what they do? They use the Constitution when it's convenient for them. So their attorney is saying that the people that he is representing, including Buell, argued that the city rule, the rule of defining Native American as a member of a federally recognized tribe, is what? Unconstitutional. So now they're using the Constitution to say, you know what? Their rights are being violated because they have a right to be called Native Americans, even if their ancestors were white, because it's unconstitutional. So in other words, I could just create an organization, all right, claim that I'm that and be that. Man, y'all got to realize how deep this is, man. Y'all got to realize how deep it is. The deception is real, all right? I'm going to read that again because I want it to sink in. And I'm going to take my time and read it again. I'm not going to rush it. Let's read it again. Matt Guillot, an attorney who represents 4 of the 5 companies, including Buell's, argued that the city rule defining a Native American as a member of a federally recognized tribe was unconstitutional. Now, guess what? I agree, because it kind of like put us in the real Indians in a position to be left out as well. So it is unconstitutional. However, these people that were their ancestors are so-called white, they are using that to their advantage. You feel me? Because they find these loopholes. And because they are opportunists, they find these loopholes so that it could work for them. All right? But it's fraudulent. Guillot also said his clients could prove their Cherokee heritage, but would not do so at the hearing because the rule did not require it. Okay? So now the rule is very vague. He's saying that his clients could prove their Cherokee heritage, but would not do so at the hearing because the rules did not require it. Well, guess what? If you make the rule, okay, then obviously the rule is not going to require it. But you see, it's all legalese. It's a game that's being played. All right? The city of St. Louis subsequently said it reached an agreement with Guillot to put the decertification of 4 companies on hold pending the filing of a lawsuit. The total awarded to questionable Native American contractors is almost certainly significantly higher than $300 million. But the Small Business Administration, or SBA, which issued minority certifications for federal contracts, discards records 6 years after companies graduate out of the program. Some state and local agencies also frequently destroy records or resume to release them or refuse to release them. So they have destroyed records or refuse to release them because they know that the fraud exists. And that's what they do. Okay? That's what they do. They make things disappear. Okay? Others, such as the Kansas Department of Transportation, don't require proof of tribal enrollment. Only a signed affidavit swearing that one is Native American. So all, you know, these people are liars, right? By nature, they're liars, right? So you don't need anything to prove that you're a Native American. All you need is a sworn affidavit. Same thing with the Cherokee Nation in Oklahoma. What did the man say? It's a federally recognized tribe, and our business with the federal government ain't got nothing to do with nobody. We ratified the Constitution, and they said we are Native, and that's all that matters. Okay? We don't do it by blood. We don't do it by blood quantum. That doesn't matter. Okay? We do it because it's membership based. So let's create an organization, let's create members, and let's say we Cherokee, and all of a sudden the federal government said it's cool with it. Let's create a doors rows, right? And force these so-called dark-skinned people so that they're not able to get on it. And even if a lot of them was on it, let's find another way to keep them out. And let's make sure it has nothing to do with blood, because your blood ties you to the land. Your DNA ties you to the land. So let us just do it from an organization standpoint. So now with an organization, we get to create our own bylaws, our own constitution. So now we determine who's going to be an Indian or not. Man, y'all better recognize what's going on. All right? Y'all better recognize what's going on. So I'm going to read that again. Others, such as the Kansas Department of Transportation, don't require proof of enrollment, only signed affidavits swearing that one is a Native American. So we have to come together and put in a claim in the highest court of the land against all these nations, even the federally recognized ones. Let them prove that they're American Indian by blood and not just organization. I guarantee you, each and every one of them will lose that lawsuit. Okay, it's time to regain the throne. Okay? Under federal regulations, minority contracts are reserved companies for whose owners can demonstrate social and economic disadvantage because of their race or ethnicity. Among the eligible groups are Native Americans. Okay? Each year, the federal government awards several billion, not million, but billion dollars in contract to Native American-owned companies in the SBA's minority contracting program, often without competitive bidding. So they don't have to bid for it, family. All they have to do is go and get an affidavit and swear that they're natives, and they will get what? Billions of dollars. Billions. Right? But yet still our people are here fighting each other, gossiping against each other, putting each other down. They want to be black. They want to be African American. They want reparations as descendants of slaves who came here on slave ships. When the truth of the matter is, your birthright, by claiming your birthright, it gives you the highest authority on the land. But you know what? Maybe Chief Kalinago is just talking. He don't know what he's talking about. State and local agencies awarded additional contracts on the separate affirmation action programs using criteria similar to the SBA's to determine who is Native American. But the vetting process for Native American applicants appears weak in many cases. Government records show an official often accept flimsy documentation or unverified claims of discrimination based on ethnicity. The process is often opaque with little independent oversight. So there is no research at all. They just come, affidavits, I'm American, I'm Native American. Well, oh, wow, really? Well, here you go. Here's a few $1 billion. Go open up some businesses. Go buy some land and have a great life. And let's continue to oppress these so-called Negroes. But yet still you got your politicians who look just like you, right? What are they doing? Why aren't they talking about that? But y'all caught up in politics and what Trump is doing and what Trump is not doing. Man, my people, please, ancestors. Woo. The contractors are concentrated in the Midwest, and none could substantiate claims to Cherokee heritage according to the Times review of the census and other data. Okay, none of them could substantiate their claims to being Cherokee. All right, none of them, not just some, none of them. The Times worked with the Cherokee Heritage Center in Park Hill, Oklahoma, which is part of the nonprofit Cherokee National Historical Society. It's infuriating, said Rocky Miller, a state lawmaker in Missouri and a citizen of the Cherokee Nation, the largest of the three federally recognized nation Cherokee tribes. They are enriching themselves based on a non-existent recognition. Well, Mr. Rocky Miller, I would like for you to prove to me you're a Cherokee as well. Just because you're federally recognized, it doesn't mean that you're a Cherokee by blood. Because I have proved that y'all are just an organization, okay, who have ratified original treaties with the original American Indians and create new deals and covenants with the federal government. So I'm going to question you as well, Mr. Rocky Miller, okay? You got some explaining to do, all right? It's taking those resources not just from our community. No, it's not your community, it's ours, all right? Your community is based on fraud, and I'm calling y'all out for that. But from all communities of color, said Rebecca Nagel, a community organizer and a citizen of the Cherokee Nation. It's really problematic. Twila Barnes, a Missouri-based researcher and a Cherokee Nation citizen who has, remember what he said, our organization is based on citizenship. So it's all a game. All of them are part of it. But they are mad that somebody else who look just like them, who is so-called white or Caucasian just like them, is getting a piece of the pie. You know what? They want it all to themselves. So they mad. They mad. About false claims to Cherokee heritage said it's wrong for people to get minority contractor status based on membership in unrecognized groups. So because you're recognized, does that make it lawful for you to get all these billions of dollars as well? No, you're also committing a fraud. So I'm calling all the recognized ones and all the unrecognized ones as well. All right, because y'all in the same boat. Y'all all came from the same place, Europe. Okay. They are making the system, she said. They are milking the system. All right. Now I'm not gonna read the entire thing. That's in the link below. I just wanted to point that out. Okay. We got to point out the fraud. We got to point out the fraud. Too bad I can't share my screen. All right. I can't share my screen, but it's all good. Brothers and sisters, right? Let me just take a little drink real quick. All right. Because I'm sick and tired, man. I'm sick and tired. And like I told y'all before, a lot of our ancestors are not recognizing you because you're not recognizing them. You have turned your back on them. Okay? That's what you have done. I love my beautiful dark brown skin. All right? I love my copper tone. See that? Let me show y'all something. Take a look at this. All right? When we go to the definition of American in Noah's Webster's 1828 dictionary, what does it say? The copper-colored races. Family, let me ask you a question. What color is this? This is black. Y'all keep identifying yourselves as black, all right? This is the definition of the true American Aboriginals. You see the variations? Look at every color, every complexion, all right? From what? The red bone, all right? Our light-skinned sisters, the red bones, to the darkest brown, okay? Now, look at me. Tell me where I fit in this equation, all right? I'm definitely in there, all right? I'm definitely in there. So where are these fake Indians coming in? Show me where they exist on this. I'll wait. All right, I'll wait. Okay, this is the definition of a true American Aboriginal. All right. Now I don't want nobody talking about my fingernails. All right, because I was doing a little meditation on the grass earlier, and I was in the dirt. All right, so it's all good. So don't talk. Oh, well, Chief Kalinago, because you know what people, man, they just focus on all the wrong things. Well, Chief Kalinago doing videos, and he put his finger up. His fingernails was dirty. No, it's not. All right, that's just dirt. Okay, and it's there for a reason. Because, like I said, I was in the grass earlier, bare feet, doing some push-ups and meditating because y'all like to focus on the wrong things. It's sad that I have to even mention that. Jeez, man. Okay, look, take a look. You feel me? Take a look. The copper-colored races, that's us. Every variation, all right? And when the sun comes out and that sun hit our beautiful skin, this is what we start looking like. Dark skin, okay? I love my copper-toned skin. You feel me? That's us. That's us. Let me ask you a question. Where do you fit in this equation? Show me this on here. Show it to me. I'll wait. But y'all want to be black, huh? Y'all want to be African American, huh? And let me ask you a question. What is this copper tone? All these copper pennies, what are they on? White. Show me anybody who's white. Show it to me. Anybody who looked like this, I will give you $500. Go ahead, show me. Because I've never seen a white person in complexion. Okay? So y'all better stop playing the games. Okay? You want to be black? Prove to me that you're black. Go ahead. Prove to me your skin is black. Brothers and sisters. All right, let me just say thank you to I just want to give thanks to once again, man, Free Taino Aborigine. Always, man, always supporting the super chat. That's appreciated. And do me a favor, fam. Send me an email because we have to put some things together. All right. People who don't want to get involved, that's fine. All right. But for those of us who are willing to step up, I'm not doing all this because I want to come here and do videos and get likes. I ain't doing this for likes, okay? We got an entire continent to claim. It's ours, okay? If we got to take this to the, let's put these people on. Let us start letting them answer questions, okay? Let us bring that national attention to them. Put the spotlight on them, okay? Let's put the spotlight on them for a change, all right? This is what we got to do. Now, I'm going to read some of the comments because, like I said, I can't do it on here. So, as you can see, I'm looking at my phone. So, either way, I'm going to make it happen. They cannot prevent the eagle from flying. You see the eagle right here? They can't prevent it from flying. Nah, not at all. All right. Somebody said, Chief, I'm angry. I'm angry in a spiritual sense. The cover up. Yes, the cover up is real, fam. Okay, it's a crime. It's a crime. It's a crime against humanity. But it's more so a crime against the American aboriginals, all right? And we have to bring these people for the, let them pay for the genocide and the crimes that they have committed against our people. And we have to make sure that our voice be heard. We are not being silent anymore. I'm calling all you $5 Indians out. I'm calling all you so-called natives out. I'm calling y'all out, okay? Y'all keep putting us in a box and calling us black. I'm not black, okay? This is black. You see me? This is me right here. All right, this is all me, the original American Aboriginal. All right, copper colored, that's me. You feel me? You're gonna have to prove to me that's you. You feel me? I'm gonna put the burden. This is what I want you to do. I want you to prove to me that that's not me. I want you to prove to me that that's not me, because I'm not gonna prove myself to you. I want you to prove to me that's not me, because you want to call me black. Obviously, I ain't black. Okay. But you see, our people keep falling for playing the games because they are so emotional with this black thing. Every time I hear my people call themselves black, it cringes me. You feel me? Because black is a curse. I don't care what you say. In a spiritual sense and in a physical sense, black is a curse because black it's not transparent. It's not darkness. Darkness and being black is two different things. Okay? Black kills the light. Brothers and sisters, man. And I could prove this. I could prove it. Okay? And I'm going to prove it right. In fact, you know what? I'm going to leave that for another video. All right? I'm going to leave that for another video. But go ahead and prove to me that's not me. Come on. Go ahead and prove to me that's not me. But I could prove to you that's not you. You see the difference? For all you $5 Indians? You see, y'all could play the game. You see, y'all could fool some of the people some of the times, but you can't fool all the people all of the times. I ain't the one. I am not the one. Okay? So y'all sending me Facebook messages. Oh, well, Kalinago, I've heard of you through the grapevines. Oh, yeah? This is just the beginning. You haven't heard anything yet because Chief Kalinago is just getting started. Believe me, you're going to hear more. Because I'm coming. Y'all better believe that. Y'all better believe that. Let me show y'all the game and the trick that was played on our people, right? You see, it wasn't too hard for it to happen, okay? This is a box, right? Let's just say we're not even don't worry about it, okay? It's just a box. So here you are. You have the American continent. And let's just say this box represents all the American Indians, right? All the American Indians. You see me? I like to explain things so that a child could get it. A child could get it. This is the American continent, right? And this box represents all the people on the American continent. Let's not focus on the color of the box right now. Okay, let's just say the box is all the American Indians that they came and met here. Okay? So you trying to tell me that smallpox and diseases killed off all these people? The same people that you say that are Africans, but yet still, when the colonization took place in Africa, none of these smallpox and diseases killed these Africans. But all of a sudden, the dark-skinned people that was in the Americas, all right, all the original Indians, they got killed by what, smallpox? And even you say, well, they did bring a lot of Africans here. That's what y'all said, right? So how is that the Africans didn't die out? But the Indians died out, huh? Well, they say what? They became extinct. Well, my brothers and sisters, let me tell you something. They made us extinct on paper. You know what they did? This is what they did. It was a magic trick. Y'all want to see a trick? I'm going to show y'all a trick right now, okay? Y'all cannot say Chief Kalinago is not a magician. Right here live on YouTube, right in front of the world, I'm going to show y'all a magic trick. Let me show you what happened to our people, okay? This is the American Indians. That was on the American continent, all right? We happened to close our eyes because we were not paying attention, and this is what happened. Oh, no, you could still see. You could still see it, right? Because, now, I even have a better one, all right? So this is what happened. This is all the American Indians on the American continent. This is the trick that was played. They made them disappear like doing this. See that? They made you black. That's how they made you disappear. It's paper genocide. It was a trick. It was a magic trick, okay? All we have to do is what? Drop the curtain. Stop being black. Stop being African American and expose who we are. That's it, brothers and sisters. It is not that difficult. You see, you heard what Lauryn Hill said, right? It could be so simple, but you rather make it hard. You rather make it hard because we didn't go anywhere. We are still here. All they have to do was pull a magic trick and disguise us by calling us all these different things. It's very, very simple. They put a veil over our eyes, okay, take over the educational system, let them teach us, take over all the media, let them put a description of what Indians supposed to look like, and they said, what, you know what, let's put them in the blackness. Boom, they black. Let us pay some of their leaders to call them back. Oh, I'm black and I'm proud. That's what happened. All I'm just saying is this. Drop the blackness, drop the African American, and be who you are. You know what we are in terms of complexion? This. Noah Webster's 1828 dictionary. The copper-colored races that was found here in the Americas by the Europeans and their descendants. But now the term is being applied to Europeans and their descendants. In other words, they took our place. Brothers and sisters, it is not that difficult. So why make it hard? Anyway, let me come to the chat a little bit. All right. Says, you know, oh yes, absolutely. We were the Cowboys. You see why I put that hat on today? We are the original everything. Okay. There you go. Exactly. You know, Fury Ty, you know, and you know what? Honestly, I got to give you credit for that because you were the one who mentioned it actually in the chat. All right. And I took that from you. So I got to give you the credit. All right. So thank you for that. And that was a great observation that you pointed out. How come the Africans didn't die from the smallpox and these measles that they spoke of? Family, we have always been here. We never left. They just put the veil over our eyes. Okay. They gave us some bling bling and they say, close your eyes for a second. And they put up the veil and then we just disappeared. Okay. In theory, on paper, they made us extinct. Okay. But black is dead. Okay. Black is dead. Black doesn't exist, not even in the essence. Black doesn't exist in the cosmos. No. Darkness exists, not black. But you love, and now, like I showed y'all in the video yesterday, okay, that's why they don't want me to do the live anymore, right? Because Chief is dropping too much truth. So you know what? Let's slow him down a little bit. I'm going to find a way, though. I'm going to find a way. They didn't like that video yesterday, huh? Oh, wow. He's telling them about the trick, you know, the next slave contract is for me to call you an African American. Well, no, thank you, Jesse Jackson. And all of you that's pushing us to be African Americans. And I know a lot of y'all are going to fall for the trick because you want that reparations, don't you? Not realizing that this entire continent is yours. But you're chasing the bag. Chasing the bag. You know, feel me? But I'm not going to forget my ancestors. They brought me here for a reason. And my purpose is going to be served. Okay? My purpose is going to be served. So I just wanted to come here and share that information with you guys this evening. I wish I was able to do it, you know, like I said, the normal way, but it's fine. we found a way anyway. We're still building. And even if I had to pull my laptop to show you something different, it is what it is. You feel me? But, like I said, guys, we have a lot of work to do. Okay? We have a lot of work to do. You feel me? We have a lot of work to do. It's that simple. Okay? It's that simple. So, like I said, black kills light. All right? You have to know that. So, we got to give up this emotional tie to death that they gave us. And I want to petition all these legislatures, especially the Black Caucus. All right? We have to hold them accountable. Because last year, they told me they was going to give me a meeting. Back and forth, I was talking to Fabrice Cole. He was the director at that time. I'm going to call him out. All right? We spoke on the phone a few times, emails back and forth. I have all of that to prove it. Well, Chief, we're going to give you guys a visit. Let's set something up. All of a sudden, I can't hear from Fabrice Cole anymore. Calling, sending emails, leaving messages. These people don't care about us. So let us start holding the Black Caucus accountable. Okay? Let us start sending out petitions. Let them know. What are you doing? Put them on the spot. Because you see, moving forward in 2020, we have to make some major changes. One of the things on the agenda is this Black History Month. We got to start protesting about that. We don't want your Black History Month. Keep that. How are you going to be celebrating your death? You see, it's a ritual. Black means death. So they are celebrating the walking dead. They're celebrating your death. And in fact, no, you are celebrating your death. Not them. They just gave you a casket. They gave you a casket. And you step into the casket and you're walking yourself to what? The burial ground. By celebrating Black History Month. Your own death. That's what you're celebrating. So we have to start talking against that. We don't want that. Get rid of Black History Month. We ain't that. Okay? We are not that. Now, like I said, I can't do it alone. I'm just one man. I can't do it alone. But I'm pointing out the problems, but I'm also giving solutions. All right? Because a lot of people just complain. Children complain. I'm not here complaining. I'm pointing out the problems and giving you solutions. Okay? But like I said, everybody wants to be, not everybody, but for the most part, the majority of our people, even those who know who we are, those who claim to be conscious, they are working in individual capacities because they want the likes. You know what I'm saying? They want all the subscribers. They want to be the man. They want to be the woman. Not realizing it's about the whole. Well, you shall know them by the fruits they produce. They know where I'm at. I've reached out to a lot of them, but they choose not to link, and that's fine because I'm not gonna beg anybody to work with me. I'm gonna do what my ancestors brought me here to do, regardless. Like I've told y'all many times before, we may have the same destination, but not every one of us is gonna travel in the same mode of transportation. So if I could get behind this wheel, like I always do, by myself on behalf of my ancestors, well, I'll do it. But I know I'm not alone because I got I have a loving group of brothers and sisters that's in my corner, working, walking together with me. So I am thankful. I'm one of the fortunate ones because not too many people are loyal. It's so hard to find loyalty and love, people that truly love you. You know what I'm saying? And I am so fortunate to know that I know at least between 5 to 10 people who truly love me. Okay? And I am loyal to them the same way they are loyal to me. That is so hard to find. Man, let me tell y'all something. If you could find one friend who could love you, one friend who could be there for you, and one friend who could be loyal to you, let me tell y'all something. That is worth more than $1 billion. And one of my dear sisters told me that. And much respect to her. She knows who she is. So you see, that's where my riches come from. The people that I build with. The people who dedicate themselves to me and I dedicate myself to them. You see, it is not a one-way street, it's a two-way street. They know that I would go to the extreme for them. That's why they go to the extreme for me. Now that's wealth. That's what you call wealth. So for anybody talking about, oh, well, this man, he's the first billionaire and he's the this and he's that, guess what? My wealth cannot be measured because I'm extremely wealthy. A wealth that you cannot buy. Man, y'all better wake up, man. Y'all better recognize. Y'all better recognize. Okay? Y'all chasing the bag. I'm chasing friendships. All right? I'm chasing relationships. That's what I'm chasing. Because you know what? After this physical body is gone, I cannot bring $1 billion with me. All I get to bring is what? The emotions that I felt, the feelings that I felt, the love that I felt, the hatred that I felt. It's all about the intention. That's what I take with me. You feel me? And if I could experience true love and true dedication and true integrity and true loyalty, and guess what? I am experiencing that. Well, guess what? What more do I need? I don't need anything else because I've already won. You feel me? And I don't care what complexion that come in. I'm going to let y'all know right now. I'm going to work with anybody who has the best intentions. I don't care what they look like. Because a lot of people who look like me, they are the ones that's coming for me right now. Okay? So I don't play this color game. And I don't care what nobody said. I'm my own man. And I'm not here to appease or please anyone. I'm here to please my ancestors. That's it. That's it. I'm here to do their work. And they say, Chief, you know what? Work with anybody who's loving, who's caring, okay, who has integrity, who could be loyal to you. I don't care what they look like, as long as their intentions are pure. Don't judge them. And that's the stance I'm going to take. Period. So I don't play the color game. I don't. You feel me? So let me go to some of the chat. All right. We here. We building though. We building. All right. And like I tell people, man, you know what I mean? For me, and I'm going to repeat it again. I'm not here looking for accolades, family. I'm just here to walk in truth. You feel me? Because let me tell y'all something about me that some people may have seen in a journey or heard. All right. I've gone through a lot. I've been homeless. I mean, I'm certainly sure that, and maybe not as bad as some people, but to me, it was hard. Okay. I've had great times in my life, and I've had the worst times in my life. But you see, what I've learned in my journey is this: do not equate my experience with what people deem bad and good, or worse or good, or excellent or bad, whatever way you want to, or terminology you want to use to explain, or, you know, your experiences. I have learned in my growth, in my walk rather, that just look at things and see what lessons you're going to learn. Because you see, life is all about the lessons. It is not about the good and the bad. And like I've told y'all before, in nature, there's no good and bad in nature, family. There's only ripe and green. Okay? It's only ripe and green. And a lot of times, it's either things are ripe, and when they're ripe, if you go under a tree that produces fruit, and the fruit is so ripe and juicy, guess what? All you have to do is sit under the tree, and brothers and sisters, that fruit is going to fall right in your lap. You feel me? And if you're extremely hungry, nature will tell you, you know what? You don't have to do too much to get a fruit. Just give it a little tap. Shake the tree a little bit. And guess what? Open up your basket, and the fruits is going to fall. But I guarantee you, if you go underneath a tree and the fruit is green, I don't care how much you shake, it may not fall because it's not ready for the picking. You feel me? But you see, a lot of us want to get into situations that's not right for the picking. Even in relationships, we want to attract relationships to us where the people are not ripe. They're not ready. They are not ripe. Okay, we get into green relationships. Okay, we get into situations that are green for us. And when we eat that green fruit, then your mouth, your tongue becomes what? Tingy and sticky. It upsets your stomach. It upsets your energy. But I've learned in my walk, Chief, be patient. My ancestors have taught me that in my walk. So I don't look at my experiences as good or bad. I learned the lesson. I always ask them, please show me what the lesson is. And I've learned to watch nature. And you see, nature, everything in nature exists in nature. So there's nature in everything. So what I do, even with the people in my life, I look for the ones who are ripe. Okay? The ones that are green, I keep them at a certain distance. And I watch them grow. I watch them mature. I give them the information. I feed them some of my energy. Okay? Hoping that they would become ripe one day so that they could come into my basket, which is into my fold. Okay? So I could welcome them. Okay? But too many of you got welcome mats. Welcome mats in your home and just welcome any energy. You would never see a welcome mat in my door. You feel me? Because not everybody is welcome. That's what they taught y'all. To just put a mat in front of your house. Oh, welcome, welcome. Any type of energy. That's a spell. Because you never know what kind of energy is walking into your home. Even the people that you know. A lot of them have bad energies. But when you have this welcome mat, you're welcoming negative energy into your realm, into your home. So I will not put a welcome mat in my house because I'm not going to welcome those negative energies. But I've learned that to only seek and ask for the people who are ripe for the picking. Okay? Because you see, that brings what? It brings synergy, unification, people who are equally yoked, people who are working towards a common goal. You feel me? And I heard this from a wise chief, a sister who's a chief of a nation. She said that a lot of people were questioning, and I'm not going to call the name, were questioning the fact that she's looking for people that are yes, ma'am, and yes, man. All right? Meaning that people who are always saying yes to her. And she said, and I never thought about it that way. And she said, you know what, Chief, why not? Because if I'm walking in the light and I'm walking in truth, why wouldn't I want people to say yes to that? So for me, that's what I'm looking for. People who are going to say yes. Because I'm walking in truth. I'm walking in light. Why would I want people around me and amongst me in my energy who's going to go against the grain? Why would I want that? So I'm not attracting that. No, I want people who are walking in the same path. You see, because truth could only be manifest in truth. There's no such thing as half the truth or some of the truth. No. There is only truth. So once you have found the truth and you have found yourself, why compromise? Because when you compromise, somebody loses. I don't want to compromise anything. It's either we are going to do it for real or we are not going to do it. I'm not compromising. Because when you compromise, somebody's going to lose. You feel me? There is always going to be resentment because somebody have to give up something that they don't want to appease somebody else. No, it's either we are going to walk in truth or we are not going to do it at all. So that's the approach that I'm taking. All right? But a lot of people are hitting me up, and a lot of people are going through situations. Well, let me tell y'all something, my brothers and sisters. Okay? This journey it could be, and it is a long one, but it could be enjoyable and it could be sad at the same time. It depends on how you perceive that experience. But what I implore you to do today is to look for the message in every situation in your life. Why did that happen to me? Okay? Now, regardless of whether you call it good, bad, or indifferent, it doesn't make a difference. You feel me? Because at the end of the day, it's all an illusion. It is the experience and the message that's real. That's what's real. Okay? Is the feeling of the lesson that you learn is real. So I want you to know that in your walk, you are going to come to a place in your life, especially when you are raising your vibration into a higher consciousness. You have to, and everything is internal, because you see, everything happened internally and it was externalized and they were given personages. Okay? Even your 12 faculties in you, the 12 faculties in your mind became the 12 disciples. Okay? In a metaphysical meaning. Okay? And I'm not talking of astrological, where the 12 disciples represent the zodiac signs. No, I'm talking about from a metaphysical perspective. The 12 disciples represent the 12 faculties in you, and we all have them. They just took them outside from inside of you and put it outside of you and give them names. So therefore, the personage of John is within you. That is supposed to, when you have gone through and you are ready to give up the cannibalistic ways, the animalistic ways, all right, when you're ready to give that up, then John, that faculty in you, is supposed to baptize you. You're supposed to be baptized within, not outside, not without. And too many people, especially in religion, they are being baptized outside of themselves. Well, you see, when they're supposed to be baptized internally, it is something that happens within you. And once you have carried your cross, you see, that's what the crucifixion is all about. Once you have gone through the hard times, okay, you have lost practically everything. People beat you up, they spit on you, they stab you in your back, on your sides. And after they stab you, they take the vinegar and they put it in the wound. After you have gone through all that, and you have determined that, you know what, I am going to continue to carry my cross. I'm going to continue to walk in truth and light. Once you have done that, and then your cross is planted in the earth, and then you are hung on that cross, and they crucify you, and they take your last breath, that's when you're going to ascend into a higher consciousness. So I'm saying all that to say, not to impress you, but to impress upon you. Whatever you are going through, just know that that's what's happening. Okay? And then you will run into people along the way that will help you carry your cross. But at the end of the day, you got to take it back, because it's your journey. Nobody could walk your journey for you but you. And once you have carried your cross, it shows that you are strong enough, that you are willing, you have the mental fortitude, you have the spiritual fortitude to carry on, regardless of the persecution. And once they have taken your last breath, meaning that you have lost everything. Sometimes you may lose your house, your car, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, even your home, even your children. But you have to continue to stay strong. It's just part of the journey. Because you see, once you're able to go through that and be crucified, I promise you, once you have ascended, everything else will just be what? Easy as night and day, family. And that's what I have felt. And that's the journey that I have gone through. I have been persecuted. I have carried my cross. You feel me? And now I'm at a point where I have ascended. So that's why I tell people I know who I am. And it's an amazing feeling. You feel me? Because this flesh doesn't determine who I am. What people say about me, it doesn't determine who I am. They cannot affect what's in me. The I am in me has risen so high that what they say, I will not cast my pearls to swine. You see, they are peasants. And peasants are always going to be peasants. If you take a swine and you put it in a palace, it's still going to be a pig. And some people are just going to be pigs regardless of what you say, what you do. And that's facts. And y'all could hate me for talking the truth. It doesn't even matter. But I'm going to continue to speak the truth. Because let me tell y'all something. When you point your finger at anybody, always remember there's 3 fingers pointing back at you. And remember how the universe works. Okay, you take a ball, you throw it against the wall, it's gonna come back. So anytime you dig a hole, okay, a grave for your brother or your sister, let me give you some advice. Make sure you dig 2 of them graves, because you have to dig one for yourself. Because the universe is gonna make sure that you don't just go 6 deep under, you're gonna go 12 feet under for digging a hole for your brother or your sister. All right? This is more than just a physical thing. It's a spiritual thing. And you have to identify the spirit, that breath that's in you, the I am that's in you. If you cannot identify that, you feel me? Then you are still lost, that you are dead, because the flesh is dead. So I'm just saying, I'm looking to build with people that's on that journey, that's willing to sacrifice that flesh, meaning that don't allow the flesh to rule your higher self. People who have an idea of who the real them are. Okay? That is people that I want to vibe with. Because even if they are not there yet, they are walking that walk. So I don't mind helping them carry that cross. Because I know eventually they're going to say, you know what, Chief? Let me take back that cross. Because this is my journey. Thank you, brother. But let me walk that walk. Because you see, that's what's going to make you stronger. So we have a lot of work to do. And I'm not here to save people. No, I'm not here to save people. But I'm here to give you the information so that you could save yourself. Because my job is not to save you. And too many of our people were taught that go look for a savior that could save them. No, religion has gotten our people messed up in the in the brain and in the mind. Okay? Nobody's going to save you, family. Nobody. Because you could bring a donkey to a well and you cannot force it to drink water. It's not going to happen. Okay? So that's just what it is. And that's just how I feel. You see me? So it doesn't matter what people say or do to this physical man. I already know it's not going to affect me, because I have found who I am. Okay? I have found who I am. And I had to sacrifice a lot. I had to give up a lot. I lost a lot. All right? And I'm just using those terms so that you could identify the journey. But I don't look at it as a loss, because I have found myself, family. I have found myself. And the only way I had to find myself is I had to lose myself. I had to lose everything. And when I say lose myself, I'm not talking about my higher self, that I am. No, I had to lose this flesh. You feel me? I had to lose this flesh. I had to lose everything in order to find the I am in me, because everything else was clouding the I am in me. You feel me? The I am in me was buried between all the different personages that I had physically. You feel me? And I had to give all that up. I had to give up the egos, because the egos was burying the real me. And once I did that, I lost it all. I lost myself. I found myself. You feel me? Because until I hadn't lost myself, I didn't know I was lost, because I thought I was doing the right thing. You feel me? I thought I was just being who I was supposed to be. But once something one day came into me and said, Chief, no. My ancestor spoke to me. The Great Spirit spoke to me. Mother God spoke to me. And she said, you know what, son, I got something greater for you. And all I had to do, you see, I was listening, but at some point I couldn't hear, because it was just too much chaos around me. All right? I was caught up in the flesh, and I wasn't doing nothing crazy, because I was never a crazy young man. But still, I didn't know who I truly was. I mean, I always felt something great within me. I just didn't know how to identify it, because it was just too much distractions. Going to the clubs, you know what I'm saying? Hanging out with friends, going to the casinos. You see me? And like I tell people, man, my life is an open book. So anybody who could come talk about me, what? You feel me? I live life and I did it my way. And I have no regrets, because you see, everything I went through made me who I am today. You feel me? Thankfully, part of my journey is not going to prison and having a felony, and yeah, I'm thankful for that. You see what I'm saying? But I've been through it. But I had to go through all of that, all right, so that I could become the man that I am today. And unless you're willing to give up the old you, okay, unless you're willing to give up the caterpillar in you, you will not become a butterfly, all right? And a lot of our people are holding on to the cocoon. A lot of our people are holding on to the caterpillar that they are in, the shell that they're in. They're holding on to it, afraid to let go. Okay? Afraid to let go. And family is the only way you're going to learn how to fly. Let go of the cocoon. Let go of the shell. You don't have to please nobody. You don't have to prove who you are to anybody. Just be you and allow yourself to fly. Become that butterfly. Don't care what they say, because they'll keep you in that cocoon. So they want to make you feel less than they are. They want to embarrass you. They want to degrade you. They want to bring you down. They want to spread propaganda about you. So now what you do, you go back into that shell. All right? You're afraid to fly. No. I don't care what they have to say. I opened up that cocoon. Okay? I didn't want to be in that shell no more. I didn't want to be in that body no more. I had to open up myself and allow myself to fly. Okay? Part of my journey. When I went through all what I was going through, like I told people before, like I said, I ain't got nothing to hide. There's no shame in my game, right? When I used to dance, you see what I'm saying? My ancestors came to me and told me, Chief, we got something better for you. Not that there's anything wrong with what you was doing. You was a great father to your son. You took care of him in private school for 10 years. I had my son 3 days a week from since he was a baby, and every other Sunday he was with me. How many men could say that? How many women could say that they had a baby father that did that? Even if, of course, my son, my mother may say otherwise, but I got all the proof of that. You feel me? Wherever people saw me, they saw my son. My son at the age of 16 and a half, 17, he would never go to bed without coming and giving his daddy a hug and a kiss on the cheek and say, good night, I love you. Because every single day, my son heard his daddy tell him that he loved him. You feel me? But my ancestors told me, son, we got something greater for you. There's a greater calling, and we want you to give up everything. Man, it was hard. And when I gave it up, the temptations came. Like I told y'all before, I couldn't pay my rent. Okay? I could barely buy food. And I was tempted to go back into the game. But every night I lay down, the ancestors say, son, don't give up. Don't give up. Okay? Keep on going. I know the temptation is there, but we want you to stay strong. You feel me? And I just didn't listen. I heard them. Because at first I was listening, but I didn't hear them. But when I finally heard my ancestors, okay, I finally heard them. They started opening up and showing me things. I was having dreams, and in these dreams I was having visions. You feel me? And one day when I went through all I had to go through, the final straw was when I broke my foot. Okay, I told people this story before. And I didn't have I kind of like for 2.5 weeks, I didn't meditate because I was on a mission to do an exodus to take my people out of the beast. And my ancestors say, no, son, this is not how I want you to do it. So we're going to break your foot. And I was mad at them for that, but they showed me the reason why. So I had to go back. I was in a cast for 6 months, and I had to go back to my meditation. All right. And when I finally let go of, not necessarily letting go of the flesh, but identify that the flesh is not in control. It is the I am in me that needs to be in control. When I finally found the I am in me by looking in the mirror, okay, literally 4 or 5 times a week, it was scary, family, asking myself, who are you? Because you see, not too many of us ask ourselves these questions. Because too many of us think we know who we are. Family, the majority of y'all that's looking at this video right now, you don't know who you are until you look in the mirror and find you. Because the reflection that you see, the physical you, is not you. It is just a host. It is just an avatar. And until you could look and see past that physical body, you will not find who you are. And I had to do that. And when I looked in the mirror 4 times a week, scared, afraid, who are you? Man, it was scary. And sometimes I would cry looking in the mirror because I couldn't find myself. But I knew there was something in me. Until one day, I saw my face start changing. I started seeing different faces in me I had never seen before. And it was scary as, man, I'm not even going to go there. But I looked at all these different faces and all these different emotions that I felt with all these different faces. And finally, I felt something in me. And that night, I went to lay down. Okay? I felt an energy, a light that came from the bottom of my lower chakra. Family, I'm telling you something I experienced for real. I'm not making it up. Okay? I saw a light, and not just didn't feel the light, I felt the light. I felt the energy. And the light came from my lower chakra. And it went all through, my lower chakra, my navel chakra, all right, my solar plex, my heart. Okay, it lit up my heart. Then it went through my throat chakra, and all of a sudden, my pineal gland and my crown chakra just lit up. I saw that in a vision, and the light just came up. It was like a dragon that just came and just blew out light. Okay, a fiery light that went through me, and I was a changed man. All right, and from that point, 2 days later, I was meditating in my kitchen, sitting on a chair. I put a candle in front of me and I was just focusing on the light. All right. And when my mind went at ease and I went where I was supposed to go, I couldn't even describe the feeling. All of a sudden, the ancestors came and gave me visions again. And they showed me literally everything that they went through. Everything that they went through. I saw it and I felt it. And I sat in that chair for literally almost 4 hours. And I cried like a baby. And I tell you, man, that's why there's no going back for me. People wonder, well, Chief, how do you get the energy? How do you do what you do? How did you find your purpose? How did you find yourself? Well, I had to give up the old me to become the new me. You see, you have to give up something. Too many people want change, but they don't want to give up $1 to get 4 quarters. I'm going to repeat that again. Everybody wants change, but they don't want to give up $1 to get 4 quarters. They want the 4 quarters without giving up $1. Well, you see me, I had to give up $1, and I'm speaking allegorically. I had to give up something because nothing is for free. You have to give up something. It is up to you to decide what you're going to give up. And when the ancestors showed me what they went through, man, like I said, I cried for 4 hours straight. I got weak sitting in that chair, but I was a new man. My soul was cleansed. My spirit was enlightened. I felt new. I felt renewed. And my heart became as light as a feather up to this present day. It has never changed because I found me. And it's a beautiful thing. And for all those who were questioning, well, how did you come up with the name? Who made you Chief? Well, let me just share a little story with y'all, which I've done before. I was born a chief. And now it's not the ego speaking. I'm telling you my story. Okay? I was born a chief. I've always been that to my family. You feel me? My mother gave me the name Kenrick. You see, I ain't got nothing to hide. And that's what they're afraid of. They're afraid of the light in me. They're afraid of it. So they have to try to put it out. Well, y'all cannot put out my light because I'm a son. You feel me? So my mother gave me the name Kenrick. And I was put in a position where a sister asked me, have you ever looked at the definition of your name? I said, no. So it prompted me to go look at the definition of my name. And it meant what? The chief of a family, a royal chief. And that brought it made me emotional because I felt that from a very young age, at the age of 5, I knew there was something different. A lot of people saw it. When I was at the age of 2, I think, yeah, it must have been 2, somebody put something like in the Caribbean, there's something we call obia. And obia is kind of like not voodoo in a sense, well, kind of similar, right? But it's like an omen, a bad omen. Somebody put a bad omen we call obia, right, in front of our yard. And anytime I had stepped on that, whatever they set up, I was supposed to lose my limb. Okay? Lose my, from my waist down. If I'd ever stepped into that, I would have lost it. And my grandmother saw it in a vision. And she did what she did to take it off. So since I was at the age of 2, they've been trying to take me out in the spiritual realm. You see what I'm saying? So when I tell people, be mindful when you come up against me, trust me, my ancestors got me. You're going up against the wrong one. For real, for real. Because if y'all don't know, y'all going to find out. And this is self-praise. It is no praise. I'm not praising myself. I'm praising my ancestors and the great mother for having my back. You feel me? Because if they didn't have my back at the age of 2, I would have probably been in a wheelchair with no limbs. But my grandmother saw that in a vision and she went to work. You feel me? But, and all that came through meditation again. When I started telling people we were the Amerindians, because in the islands, they call us Amerindians, right? It is literally 2 words that they put together. Instead of saying American Indian, they put it together and they call us Amerindians, all right? Like I told y'all before, the first time I heard people call themselves Black and African American is when I came into the United States. I never called myself that. People in Dominica don't call themselves that. We had a nationality, well, Dominican, but the original name for Dominica was Wetikuli. You feel me? That's the indigenous name. So I always knew who I was. But coming into the mainland, it just opened up my eyes to a whole lot more. And when my ancestors came to me, I have to ask for permission. I asked them, well, is it okay if I represent my people? Okay, represent my people and take up the name Kalinago to embody, because I am the people. And they gave me confirmation that I have the permission to do that. So that came from a realm that a lot of people may not comprehend, but I knew exactly what it meant. So with the name that my mother gave me, with it being chief and royal chieftain, okay, of a family, it was Chief Kalinago. But something was missing. Something was missing. They wanted a little more because they told me I had work to do. So one day, you know, I was asleep, and I'm going to use the word sleep, you know, for lack of a better word, because, well, I was resting. Let me put it in its proper context, right? And I think I've told y'all that story before, but we're building. I'm building with my family here because I know a lot of people are going through that journey right now, and it's hard, it's tough. But I want you to know that don't give up. You are going to find yourself, because I found me. And one day I was resting, and like I said, I was heavy into my meditation. And family, meditation is nothing but just chilling and allowing the mind to do its own thing. All right? Don't let people make you think meditation is all hard and difficult. No, it's not. I'm going to just keep it 100. All right? The reason why you can't meditate is because you're too distracted. All you have to do is just chill and let the mind do its thing. And if you need to focus, they have different forms of meditation, but for the most part, it's just deep thinking. That's it. All right? So it's not magic or, it's not science, so to speak. All right? It's not impossible. So I was meditating, and well, that's not true. Actually, yes, I was meditating, and in my meditation, my eyes closed and I went into a state of what people may call sleep, right? But I was resting. And I heard in the sleep, right? I got up and I saw myself get out of bed and walked towards the sound, all right, where the baby bird was screaming hysterically. And I got scared. So I'm like, I got to go save that bird. So I walked into my kitchen. Now, family, this is a true story, all right? I can't make that up. Well, I guess I can, but I'm not making it up, right? So at that time, it was just Chief Kalinago. So I had set up, I was led to set up a nation, because I know it's about a nation and the bloodline and the people that you came from. So I had set up a nation called the Weti Kubuli Nation, right? At that time, it was just me, my son, and a couple of blood relatives, right? So I've been doing that for years. This is nothing new for me. But the ancestors came to me and said, you know what, Chief, we have a bigger purpose for you. A bigger purpose. Now, I didn't know what it quite was, because when the ancestors speak to you, okay, they give you the information. It's clear, it's vivid. But sometimes when you're not in tune so much, and you have to kind of like interpret what they say, or find it in your own perception, sometimes you could be a little off sometimes. So in my interpretation, I knew I had to do something. So I just did it for my son and a couple of blood relatives. But they said, no, Chief, we got something bigger for you. Okay? And even then, I was already going to the UN with just what I had already set up with me and my son. So I've been doing that for a minute. But they say, now we got something better. We got something greater for you. Not better, but greater. All right? So going back to the story, I'm walking in the kitchen and I'm hearing the bird screaming hysterically. When I looked on the refrigerator, I saw a bird in a cage. Now, I didn't have any birds, but I'm saying that was the vision. And the bird is screaming. And I realized it was an eagle. And I didn't know what to do. I was scared. I was nervous. Now, the bird was a baby, right? But it had no feathers. Literally a bald, when I say a bald eagle, I'm not talking about one with wings. Literally, it was no feathers. All right? No feathers whatsoever. But it was screaming. All right? And I identified the eagle. So I'm like, okay, I got to feed the eagle. And I got scared. So all of a sudden, I felt a tap on my shoulder. When I looked up, a brother in the vision with a crown, feathers. So my ancestors came to me in a vision and sent a brother with feathers. You feel me? And he said, Chief, don't be scared. The eagle just wants you to feed it. But I'm like, brother, I ain't got nothing to feed. What am I going to feed the eagle? Then he pointed to the floor. When I looked on the floor, I saw a box that was wrapped in like a Christmas gift with a bow and everything, all pretty and everything, right? I opened it with haste. I'm excited, but scared and nervous at the same time. But because I opened the box with so much haste, the food fell on the floor and it was so refined. I tried picking it up, but it kept falling through my fingers. So I went into panic again. All right. I'm scared. The bird started screaming louder and louder and louder. I got scared again. Tap on my shoulder again. I looked up. Same brother with the feathers. And I'd never seen this man before. I don't know who he is, but guess what? It was the same brother, right? He said, Chief, all the eagle wants you to do is feed it. I said, brother, I ain't got no food. You saw what happened. He pointed to the corner again, another corner. I saw a pile of worms. Now, whether eagles eat worms or not, I don't know, but that was that was in the kitchen. I picked up a handful of worms and I started feeding the eagle. All of a sudden, the eagle started to grow. Okay, and the wings started to spread and the feathers started to grow, feathers up. You feel what I'm saying? Feathers started to grow and open up. And I'm here and I'm excited and I'm happy that the eagle is alive and ready to fly. And all of a sudden the cage opened up and the eagle just flew out. And in the vision, I was like, wow, that was amazing. I was amazed. I didn't know what it meant. So I got up, went to the bathroom, came back because my mind was racing. Now I want to know what it means. So my mind started to race. All of a sudden, a little voice came in my head and said, Chief, relax. All right, chill, relax. Just go back into your meditation. And then another voice came into my head and said, okay, you know what? You're supposed to add, yes, Chief Kalinago, that's you, but you have to add eagle to your name. So I add eagle to the name, and that still wasn't enough. Okay? It wasn't enough. So I wanted more clarification. So I'm asking the ancestors, well, what do I do? I mean, what name? Tell me what you want me to identify myself as. And another voice came in my head. Okay? The eagle fly. The eagle soar, and you're about to fly. So add that to your name. You see what I'm saying? So I said, Chief Kalinago, eagle flying, that didn't make sense. So now I said, Chief Kalinago flying eagle, and I have a way of doing spiritual work when I talk to my ancestors and I get information. So I went into that, and then I asked them for confirmation, and they gave me confirmation. And that's how I got the name Chief Kalinago Flying Eagle. You feel me? And then I was summoned to create the Autochthon American People Nation for our people who was looking for something, that needed something to call their own. And that's my journey right now. That's where I'm at. I'm sharing all this with you, not to impress you, but to impress upon you that if you allow the ancestors to guide you, they will. A lot of people tell me, Chief, you know what? I cannot find a name. I say, don't worry about it. You're going to find it. You're going to find something that's yours. But first, you have to find yourself, family. You have to find yourself. Too many times we are trying to find things outside of ourselves. And I've always said it before. The seeker is always seeking. However, the seeker haven't found himself or herself. First, you have to find yourself. And once the seeker have found himself and or herself, then you will find what you're looking for. It is that simple. And I'm making it sound so simple because it is. But first, you have to be willing to sacrifice, give up some things. You have to give up a lot. You may have to give up relationships. You may have to give up your house, your car. Sometimes even your children. No, I'm not asking you to do that. But I'm just saying sometimes it may put some distance between you and them. It's not that you are giving them up, because they will always come back. But you have to go through that to find you, to make you a better you, to make you the best you that you can be. And until you have done that, you still have some seeking to do. So this is where I'm at in my journey. I have gone through that. I have done that. And now I'm able to hear them. I'm able to get the visions. Okay? I'm able to communicate. And I don't stress anything. I look at what the animals do in nature and I practice the same thing. I don't worry about where things are coming from. I just live my life. And the ancestors, they just provide. Okay? Once I have found myself, it's been what, almost 5 years now. I haven't had a want or a need. They just give it to me because they know exactly what I want and what I need. Man, it's an amazing feeling. And my wish for you today, this evening, is for you to be able to find that. Find that place where you could start taking that journey to find yourself. And when you have found yourself, the ancestors will guide you. All right? They will assist you. I promise you that. Because if it happened to me, there's nothing special about me, family. Okay? Nothing. I'm just a regular man who found his purpose. That's it. And because I found my purpose, I am favored in the eyes of my ancestors and Mother God. So I tell people, it doesn't matter what you say about me. I don't care what rumors you spread, how you try to bring me down or try to hurt me. You try to hurt me, the ancestors are going to destroy you. Because I'm truly a son of Mother God. So I know that's why I'm able to speak that way. So it's up to you to find yourself. All right? So I just wanted to share a little bit of my journey, my story with y'all. You feel me? Because you have to know who you're dealing with. Because it's all energy. All right? And you have to be mindful of the energy that you invite into your energy field. You feel me? And you have to learn to see people for who they truly are and not what they want you to think. All right? Not the shell. All right? So I'm showing y'all the butterfly. You see, not the cocoon. No. Mm-mm. I have left that. I've shed that years ago. You are seeing the butterfly. You're seeing the eagle soar. And that's part of my journey. And it's just beginning. You know what I mean? It's just beginning and I can't wait. I'm excited. That's why I'm looking forward to each and every day. Feel me? So continue to grow. Continue to seek. And once again, I'm not saying it doesn't matter what you go through. It does matter. But what I'm here to tell you is don't let it stress you out. Don't let you take you into a place that you were before. All right? Continue to strive for higher heights. And I promise you, okay, that you will be victorious. I'm a personal testament to that. and it's a beautiful feeling. All right. So as you could see, I wasn't looking at the chat, so I'm gonna come into the chat for now, and you know, just vibe with y'all, see what y'all talking about, because like I said, I'm not able to see some things. You know what I mean? All right. See, somebody said Chief, email real quick. Well, like I said, man, you guys gonna have to send me emails. I mean, my email is in the link below. So send me emails, all right? And I will respond. Okay. So I'm about to conclude this build. Once again, man, I tell folks I want people to know me for who I am and not what people say I am. Because I am that I am. You feel me? And those who know me know who I am. And that's all that matters to me. That's it. Nothing else matters to me. I don't care about $1 billion. I don't care about reparations. Shoot. At some point, I don't even care about the fight for land. I mean, that's not my fight. You see what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong. What I care about is finding me. Because you see, once all that, I have to give up the physical body anyway. And that body is going to go up to the land. So where am I going to be to fight for the land? So you see, we are focusing so much on so many physical things, opposed to fighting to find who you truly are. Now, it doesn't mean that I'm not going to keep talking about us and our land. That's not what it means. But you see, that's a physical fight. You feel me? And I'm willing to play my part because an injustice was done to our people. All right? And it has to be rectified. We have to get back what belonged to us. So I'm cool with that. You feel me? But remember, that is still a physical fight. The most significant fight that you will ever fight in your life is the spiritual fight. You know what? And it starts with you. The biggest one is to find you, who you truly are. And they are going to be entities, all right, outside of yourself and even within your mind that's going to try to prevent you from finding who you are. That's why all these distractions are around us. It is all an illusion. It's not real, but it has to be put in place so that you would not able to find yourself. And I realize, you see, you have to realize that you are just a needle in a haystack, okay? And I had to find myself in a haystack because I was that little needle. And it took some finagling and fighting and going through the hay to find me. You feel me? But I was patient. I was. It was frustrating sometimes. I got angry at ancestors. I got angry at the Most High, yes, because I had these real emotions. I had to let it go and stop getting mad at people around me and get mad at myself sometimes. You feel me? And so I'm just telling you that, please, be patient with yourself. Don't be too hard on yourself, okay? You're going to be just fine. And I want to say thank you to my sister, Duncan, to Tanisha. Duncan, thank you for supporting the super chat. Very much appreciated. All right, thank you. Thank you. All right. Somebody said, then you became that sorcerer, the source of. Hey, no doubt, no doubt. You see me? So I'm about to conclude this video. Once again, I encourage each and every one of you, where it all begins is love. You know what I'm saying? First, you have to love yourself. That is the key. All right. And it's not that I didn't hate myself. I always had appreciation for myself. But the love that I had for myself was an outward love, a physical love, because it was always based on how I look. You see what I'm saying? How I look, how people perceive me. That's how I was able to love myself. You feel me? Because people appreciated who I am and who I was. You feel me? But there was something missing inside. And it's not that I didn't love the me inside. The problem was I didn't identify the me inside. I didn't know who it was. So I couldn't say I didn't love it. I just didn't know who it was. Until I had to realize, oh, Chief, everybody love you, but do you know who you are? Do you really love you? And when I started asking myself these questions, That's when I had to start looking in the mirror to find me, to look into the mirror and see past the physical self. And when I found that, I learned to love that I am in me. And that's when everything changed. So you have to find to love you. It doesn't matter what you have been through, sexual molestation, prison, jail, drugs. I mean, family. It doesn't matter what you have been through. You feel me? It was just the physical body that went through it. All right. But yes, the higher self experienced it with you. But that wasn't where the pain was. The pain was within that physical man and woman. You feel me? And once you're able to differentiate between the two, then you learn to love the I am in you and realize that that was just an experience the physical body had to go through. It wasn't really you. And how can I explain that? It's like a car, right? If you're in your car traveling and someone came and hit your car, right? Or you were just in your car sitting and someone came and took a hammer and hit your car. Did they hit you or did they hit the car? They hit the car. You feel what I'm saying? Now, your emotions may be hurt. Your feelings may be hurt. But your physical body, all right, or the I am in you, all right, wasn't hurt. Typical example, somebody could hit your car, you get into an accident, you broke a leg. Now, was it the I am in you? Leg got broken? No, it was the physical body. And until I learned to identify between the two and realize that the physical body is not me, then that changed something in my life. So all I'm just saying is that learn to find you, not the physical body, not the one that wake up every morning and put the makeup to look for, appreciation from people. All right. Not the one that's going to the gym and try to be buff and get the six pack to please people. No, not that you. Okay, that's fine too. Oh, that's fine too. But the one that's always with you, the I am that's always with you when people are not around you, that's what you have to find. And that's what you have to learn to love. That's what you have to learn to heal. And once you have done that, then trust me, the physical body will follow and you will find your moment of bliss. Okay? So just wanted to share this with you guys. I do hope you have a great continuation. Thank you to each and every one of you for supporting the super chat. Like I said, we have a lot of work to do, but first you have to work on yourself. All right. Too many of us are looking for change, but we're not willing to give up anything. You feel me? It is more blissful to give than to receive. So when you're willing to give up a lot of the old you, all right, then you will receive more of the new you. Okay? And that's all I got. That's all I got for y'all right now. All right. Shout out to each and every one of you again for, just being on the build, sharing your energy. And let's stop judging each other. All right. Let us start helping each other, building each other instead of judging each other. All right. And and always people say, oh, well, you're always quoting the Bible. Man, listen, my thing is this. I look for the message. You feel me? That's what I look for. So let he without blemishes or faults cast the first stone. Because a lot of you that's out here judging people, all right, you have done worse things than them in your life. But because people don't know about it, you're out here judging people because you don't want to judge yourself. Okay? So take the phlegm out of your eyes first. Clean your windows first before you look at the neighbor and tell them that their windows are dirty. Because y'all a bunch of hypocrites. All right? And I could see right through y'all. See, that's the thing about being able to see people's energy. Okay, you can't hide from me. I could see you. I see you. And guess what? I don't need a flashlight for that because I could see through your energy. It's not real. It's fake. It's dark. So I don't need a flashlight to see you. I already know y'all. You feel me? So anyway, you guys enjoy the rest of your evening. And we will talk soon, giving thanks and praise, to the Great Spirit, Mother God, for just allowing me to, be here to express myself. Hopefully, what I share could assist and help people in the change that they're looking for, in the growth that they're looking for. I'm just playing my part, family. That's what I'm doing. And give thanks and praise to my ancestors, for allowing me to connect to them. You know what I mean? For allowing me to hear their voices and see these visions and know that I'm standing on their shoulders and know that I'm doing everything in my physical power to restore their legacy and let them know that I haven't forgotten about them. Honor your mother and father so that your days will be longer. And that's what I'm doing. I honor them. All right? And once you have done that, and once you have gone through the fire and you come out on the other side, your heart will be as light as a feather. All right? So I wish you all the best in your journey. And don't allow anyone to deter you. I don't care how hard it get. I don't care how tough it get. I don't care how low you fall. Just get up. And I promise you that you will rise. All right? We'll talk soon. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Take care. Peace and love.